Today, I'm going to rank every CS2 cheat that currently exists. I made 2 videos like this a while back, but that was when CS2 was pretty new and a lot of cheats weren't out back then. The standards for CS2 cheats were also very low. Basically, all you needed was a working aimbot and wall hacks, and that was good enough. So now, let's revisit the tier list. Aimware. The standards have gotten higher, but aimware has gotten worse. Aimware is so bad and there's no sign of it improving. For HVH, it's bad. And for legit cheating, it's pretty mediocre. All aimware is good for is just raging against legit players. Onyx, a pretty bad external cheat, and is probably pasted. Don't fall for the million sponsored videos that are shilling it and just trying to milk you. Bameless, not a bad cheat. It's decent and a fair price too. Internal cheats seem to be either really good or really bad. Bameless falls somewhere in between. Cartel cheats, awful cheat that barely works, and I wouldn't use it even if it were free. I consider this the Walmart cheat. Chod's cheats, still a meme and still terrible. I doubt anyone has even used this cheat since it came out. It's a shame that Chod's has fallen this low. Clutch solutions, external and DMA cheat that's pretty mid and very overpriced. They reduced the price a bit, but it's still not good enough to be worth it, especially when there are better alternatives. Eknod, the best free cheat, but you need a brain to use it. It's not that hard to compile, and I may or may not make a guide for it at some point. Fantasy Cat, a decent external cheat, but not really worth a $200 investment since CS2 is a meme, and there's no point in going above and beyond just a closet cheat in matchmaking of all things. I say this as I just made a video about closet cheating, but that's besides the point. GameSense, easily the second best internal cheat for CS2. It took 6 months to come out, but it did not disappoint. It's good right now, but it'll most likely be abandoned in a year or so. Hex UI, not a bad external cheat, and it's a fair price. It has a long record of being a solid external cheat, but the issue is that no one ever talks about it, which may or may not be a good thing. Hyperion, bad cheat with an ugly menu and ugly visuals, runs like crap and probably won't last long. Inuria, one of the best legit internal cheats. For legit cheating, you can't go wrong, but I do have some issues with it. The last few times I've used it, the champs have been buggy and weird. It's also in a weird hybrid position where it's intended for main gaming, but it's still an internal cheat. It's lacking a lot of features and doesn't seem like any work is being put into it. Interwebs, rest in peace. I added this cheat to this list even though it's not around anymore, just because it's sad to see this cheat fall. Kername, this is a terrible cheat that I wouldn't even want my worst enemy to use, and they're still lying about it never being detected. Lethality. Speaking of bad cheats, this is another terrible one that I wouldn't trust on a $1 account. Memesense. This cheat is like $3 and is surprisingly decent, but don't expect this cheat to be amazing either. It works and it's not bad, but in HVH, you'll get destroyed unless you're going against aimware or something. Midnight. Probably the Russian version of Inuria, but with better visuals, a better menu, and a better skin changer, and is cheaper. The difference is, Midnight is not as trusted as Inuria, and that's why a lot of people still prefer Inuria since they trust it more. Ignoring security, I'd say Midnight is much better than Inuria. Never Lose. Easily the best cheat in CS2. Best cheat for rage, best cheat for everything except legit cheating. The legit bot is pretty bad, but nobody is buying Never Lose to legit cheat. It's the most expensive non-DMA cheat on this list, but you can easily see why. Nightfall. Similar to Clutch, Nightfall is another external and DMA cheat that is even more overpriced. It's not a bad cheat, but it'll soon become irrelevant since other cheats are about to sell everything they provide for much cheaper, and that includes security. Obstruction. Solid external cheat which would be more popular if they had a website. I have experienced some bugs using it, but overall, it's pretty good. One Tap. An abandoned cheat that still doesn't have any features and probably will not. internal cheat that costs $20 and yet has fewer features than public GitHub cheats. Oxide. I can't really give an objective opinion on this cheat since I haven't known anyone that's used it since like October. I'll just place it slightly lower than last time. Phantom Overlay. Probably the best external cheat. It's more overpriced than other externals, but you'll never have to worry about getting back banned. Plague Cheat. Pretty mid internal cheat. I guess it's just a rage cheat, but it's not very good, and you'll get destroyed by just about every other rage cheat. Primordial. A pretty solid cheat and is probably the third best rage cheat in CS2. I don't know why this cheat is still locked behind invites as if that means anything. Literally anyone can get one. If you're going to try to be like Skeet, go all the way. Rift 7. A decent cheat with 10 billion options, yet still lacking so many key features like skin changer and night mode. Fair price though. 420 cheats. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the tier list for all CS2 cheats. If a cheat is not here, it's because it's either too obscure or I just don't know anything about it. I also try to avoid ranking private cheats unless they're really big or well known. This is the most objective tier list ever, and if you disagree, that's okay. But you're wrong.